Prepare for an unfolding unlike any other, for the very ground beneath your feet vibrates with an energy far from ordinary. If you felt a subtle, persistent hum deep within your soul, a whisper of imminent change, know this: it is not a figment of your imagination. It is a visceral, undeniable reaction to a rare and powerful energetic portal that is now swinging wide open, casting its transformative light upon your reality. Over the next 48 hours, the fundamental architecture of love, communication, and connection in your life is not merely shifting. It is being completely restructured, redesigned from the cosmic blueprint itself. While countless others drift through their days, oblivious to the profound cosmic currents at play, unaware they stand on the threshold of one of the most potent manifestation gates of the entire year. Venus, the luminous planet governing love, desire, attraction, and our deepest values, is reaching a critical, precipitous threshold. The air itself seems to crackle with anticipation. The very instant she crosses that invisible line, the cherished desires you've been nurturing in the quiet chambers of your heart, the text you've been replaying in your mind, the conversation you've longed for, the communication breakthrough you've been silently visualizing with every fiber of your being, will begin their undeniable journey into manifestation. But do not be mistaken. This phenomenon transcends mere romantic entanglements. This is nothing short of a cosmic reprogramming, a profound recalibration of how the universe, in its infinite wisdom, delivers precisely what you have been calling into existence. If you found yourself repeatedly encountering specific number sequences, or if time itself seems to warp and bend around you, simultaneously decelerating into a profound present and accelerating with a breathless urgency, these are unequivocal signs. They are the universe's own confirmation that you are now impeccably in sync with this high-frequency energetic bandwidth. There is a very specific, deeply rooted astrological reason behind this potent shift, a celestial ballet unfolding before our very eyes. We are currently witnessing a rare planetary configuration, an alignment so singular that it has not graced our skies in 8 long years. Venus is forming a high-tension conjunction with Uranus at the absolute final degree of Taurus. This is far from a minor detail. In the intricate language of astrology, the 29th degree, revered and sometimes feared as the anaretic degree, is not merely a point on a chart. It is a profound juncture of crisis, a dramatic climax, and a surge of absolute, unyielding urgency. It's akin to standing on the very edge of a precipice, staring into the vastness of a leap that can no longer, under any circumstances, be delayed. Every comfort blanket you've clung to, every outdated pattern in love that you've resisted releasing, every old story you've replayed, all are now being pushed to their absolute breaking limits. While the earthy, grounded energy of Taurus has over this recent period meticulously taught you invaluable lessons about your inherent self-worth, about the unwavering refusal to settle for anything less than you deserve, its nature is inherently slow and steady, methodical in its unfolding. Yet when Uranus, the electrifying planet of sudden breakthroughs, revolutionary change and radical liberation, collides with this final, explosive degree, something fundamental has no choice but to break wide open. This Thursday, April 23rd, will unleash a massive energetic discharge, a cosmic clearing where the firm boundaries you've courageously set, the authentic value you've painstakingly built within yourself, will finally be validated in ways both unpredictable and profoundly validating. Just hours after this intense celestial meeting, Venus makes her graceful entry into the versatile sign of Gemini. When the planet of love and connection steps into the realm of communication, the messages, both longed for and unexpected, begin to flow. People often mistakenly reduce Gemini to mere light-hearted flirting or superficial interactions, but its domain is far deeper. It is ruled by Mercury, the swift messenger, the archetype of mental connection, intellect, and the power of the word. Love now undergoes a profound metamorphosis, shifting its primary focus from tangible physical presence into the potent, undeniable power of words. The sudden, surprising arrival of a text and the newfound exquisite ability to articulate what was once unspoken, held captive in the realm of the unsaid. To make this energetic cocktail even more potent, less than 21 hours later, Uranus itself follows suit, surging into Gemini and ushering in an era of sudden, paradigm-shifting awakenings and revolutionary technological breakthroughs in how we connect. The universe isn't simply sending you a subtle signal, it is actively, definitively rewriting the very rules of connection. The old, exhaustive games of passive waiting, of strategic silence, of unspoken expectations. They are not just fading, they are dissolving completely. You are standing, vibrantly alive, at the very border of a completely new reality, a new way of being and interacting. What is now moving inexorably toward you is no longer a vague, wistful possibility, a distant dream you occasionally entertain. It is direct, electric, and utterly undeniable. If you're attuned enough, sensitive enough, to perceive the subtle yet profound shift in the energy field surrounding you, you will realize a startling truth the moment you've been patiently, perhaps even desperately, waiting for is no longer relegated to some distant, ethereal future. It is hurtling, with every passing second, directly into your present. That specific message you've been silently calling out for in the sanctuary of your mind, the one you've painstakingly scripted, meticulously visualized, and profoundly felt as if it already existed in your reality, is not just preparing to manifest, it is poised on the very edge of arrival. But before this profound manifestation materializes, you are called to look back, to truly acknowledge the intricate journey you have traversed to reach this powerful juncture. Your recent experiences, however challenging or perplexing, were not accidental detours. Perhaps you spent countless hours meticulously scripting the scenario in your mind, imagining every detail, every nuanced exchange, every desired outcome. Perhaps, and more importantly, you've diligently undertaken the deep, often uncomfortable, inner work, bravely healing old attachment wounds, consciously releasing the suffocating grip of emotional dependency, and painstakingly rebuilding your self-worth from the inside out, brick by precious brick. At an even deeper, more subconscious level, you may have been silently holding sacred space for a very specific person, someone whose presence you cannot shake from your waking thoughts, someone who frequently appears in your dreams and unconscious moments, whose name or essence seems to repeat around you like an undeniable signal, a cosmic breadcrumb you cannot ignore. You know precisely who I am speaking of, because their energy is intertwined with yours in a way that logic, often so limiting, simply cannot explain. For some, this is the unmistakable resonance of a twin flame connection. For others, the deep comfort of a soulmate. And for many, it is simply the very person you have unconsciously been tuning your unique energetic frequency to match over these past pivotal months. Understand this truth with absolute clarity. The periods of silence you experienced were never a form of rejection. That perceived distance was never a lack of interest, a sign of their indifference. It was, in fact, a divinely orchestrated preparation phase. While Venus moved deliberately through the grounding energy of Taurus, it compelled both sides of this connection to undertake their essential inner work separately, in their own time and space. It forced you to stop chasing, to cease seeking external validation from others, and to halt the detrimental practice of compromising your intrinsic worth merely to keep a connection alive. It pushed you with gentle yet firm cosmic insistence into the stillness of silence so that you could meticulously rebuild yourself, fortify your inner core to the point where you no longer sought completion from another, but only true, authentic connection as a whole, sovereign being. That crucial, transformative phase is now definitively ending, as Venus reaches that potent 29th degree and aligns in a powerful conjunction with Uranus. The previously blocked, stagnant energy bursts forth with an undeniable force, like a dam finally breaking. Just hours after Venus makes her grand entry into Gemini, the messages, the long-awaited communications, begin to move and flow. And it is crucial to recognize why. It's not because you chased them, not because you lowered your standards, and certainly not because you begged. It is precisely because you have finally, fully become a vibrational match for the very thing you called into your life. If you reflect on the repeating number sequences you've seen lately, this profound alignment is the undeniable reason. Gemini, in its essence, rules information, intricate patterns, and the very coding of our reality. With both Venus and Uranus entering this dynamic sign within an incredibly potent 21-hour window, a cosmic communication network, an intricate web of energetic exchange, is being powerfully activated. Suddenly, the universe isn't just speaking through subtle intuition or fleeting insights, but through undeniable patterns, through the revolutionary channels of technology, and through the expansive landscape of the digital world. Those repeating numbers are no longer mere coincidences. They are confirmation codes, as if the universe itself has been diligently sending you encrypted signals, preparing you, priming you, to confidently step into your correct, aligned timeline. Gemini energy, by its very nature, operates through reflection. Those numbers are precise mirrors, perfect replications of the reality you are actively forming and drawing forth. When you observe those sequences, you are witnessing the replication of your desired reality, transitioning from the energetic realm into the tangible, physical world around you. All of this intricate cosmic orchestration has led you to this exact, pivotal moment. However, it is important to acknowledge that not everyone will experience this profound shift with the same intensity or in the same way. Within the vast collective consciousness, 3 specific zodiac signs stand directly at the epicenter of this monumental restructuring. If you are an Aries, a Taurus, or a Gemini, be it your sun, moon, or rising sign, you must now pay closer, more mindful attention than ever before. What is rapidly approaching is not merely a message, it is a complete and undeniable timeline shift, a recalibration of your very destiny. Especially for you, Aries, you have endured a month that was far from easy, a period of relentless challenge and profound internal growth. With the formidable presence of Mars, Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune, all heavily focused on your sign, you were courageously forced to confront deep-seated illusions, to bravely heal ancient wounds that resurfaced, and to take decisive action even when the path ahead was obscured by fog and uncertainty. You had to embody the archetype of the warrior, cutting through ambiguity, refusing to accept anything less than your inherent worth, fiercely advocating for your truth. Now, as Venus and Uranus gracefully transition into your sector of communication, what you have so patiently, so fiercely waited for, finally begins to manifest. The words you never received, the clarity you craved, finally surface. The person you doubted, the connection you wondered if you had merely imagined. They are now breaking the silence, shattering the illusion of separation. This precise moment marks the definitive point where everything, profoundly and irrevocably, changes. The moment Venus enters Gemini is far more than a simple planetary shift. It is a total, electrifying activation of the communication sector within your life, a cosmic green light for connection. What makes it profoundly different this time is the incredible person you have meticulously become. Over the past few weeks, in quiet solitude, you have diligently rebuilt your confidence, bravely confronted old wounds that once held you captive, and resolutely refused to chase anyone or anything that did not resonate with your truth. You stopped pursuing external validation and began, with an undeniable magnetism, to attract. And that powerful energetic shift That profound internal recalibration is precisely what has propelled you into the perfect position to finally, truly receive the message you've been patiently, expectantly waiting for. But understand this clearly, with every fiber of your being. This will not be some meaningless, polite small talk, a superficial exchange of pleasantries. This is clarity. This is a conversation carrying the undeniable confirmation for everything you have felt, everything you have intuitively known, but never before had tangible proof of. This is the sacred moment when the other person can finally, courageously articulate what has existed, vibrant and undeniable, between you in the profound silence. Most importantly, you no longer need this message to feel whole, to feel complete. You have diligently done the inner work. You have healed and integrated. So when it finally arrives, you will receive it from a place of profound power, of inherent wholeness, not from a place of desperate lack or needing. For you, Taurus, the 8-year cycle you have just navigated is a journey few can truly comprehend in its entirety. Since Uranus, the cosmic disruptor, first entered your steadfast sign in 2018, everything you once considered stable, everything you believed to be unchanging, has been meticulously dismantled, piece by piece, sometimes painfully, sometimes with a sudden jolt. Your relationships were tested, your very identity shaken to its core, and your material foundations kept in a constant, unsettling state of flux. Every time you believed you had finally adapted, found your footing, a sudden, unpredictable twist forced you to rebuild, often from scratch, sometimes from the ashes. But today marks the glorious end of that relentless pressure. As Uranus prepares to make its final departure from your sign on April 25th, that relentless, sometimes exhausting, pressure is finally being released, unburdened. Right before its departure, Venus, your planetary ruler, meets Uranus at that powerful final degree, creating one last magnificent, energetic explosion. A cosmic announcement, a powerful release forcing everything that was holding you back, every last lingering shadow, to finally let go. Every fear-based attachment, every relationship maintained purely out of habit or obligation, and every outdated pattern repeated for a false sense of security is being decisively pushed out of your life. As Venus then makes her grand entry into Gemini and powerfully activates your sector of self-worth, the messages you receive won't just be empty talk, they will be undeniable, tangible validation of your incredible journey. Connections will no longer feel chaotic or vague, but solid, grounded, and deeply authentic, coming from those who are finally ready to truly match the immense value you have painstakingly built and embodied over 8 years of profound upheaval and transformation. And for you, Gemini, the cosmic spotlight is shining directly, unequivocally on you. This is no mere metaphor. It is an undeniable energetic reality as Venus, the planet of attraction, enters your sign today, with Uranus, the planet of awakening, following close behind today. You are rapidly becoming the magnetic center of all movement, of all communication. Your inherent magnetism is increasing in a way you haven't experienced in years, drawing people and opportunities toward you like never before. The eyes of others will naturally gravitate toward your vibrant presence. Your words will carry an undeniable weight and resonance, and your very being will become the focal point of attention. The message you've powerfully called for no longer takes the long, circuitous route. It comes straight to you, swiftly and directly, because you are now operating as a finely tuned, powerful, energetic antenna. Because Gemini is inherently the sign of reflection, you aren't just attracting any connection. You are attracting a precise, beautiful mirror of yourself, a reflection of the incredible growth you've embodied. The combined, potent presence of Venus and Uranus in your personal space creates a profound, destined window for truly fated reunions. Not because you chased them, not because you manipulated circumstances, but because you have bravely, beautifully become the version of yourself that was ready, truly ready, for them. You've integrated the lessons, healed the wounds that once constricted you, and decisively stopped shrinking from your immense power. When the message finally comes, it may arrive unexpectedly from someone who has been silent for months or even years. But your reaction won't be one of shock or surprise. It will be one of profound recognition, a deep, intuitive knowing, as if it was always inevitably meant to be. However, before you get caught up in the modern reflex of constantly checking your phone, anticipating the arrival, you must be acutely aware of one crucial navigating detail. On April 26th, Mercury, currently in the impulsive sign of Aries, forms a challenging square to Jupiter, positioned in the emotionally sensitive sign of Cancer. This creates a potent internal tension, a push-pull between the urge for immediate, unfiltered communication and the deeper need for emotional sensitivity and thoughtful consideration. It is a powerful, timely reminder that just because you can say something doesn't necessarily mean you should say it immediately, without pause. Not every message you receive, however significant, requires an instant, knee-jerk response. The fiery, direct energy of Mercury in Aries wants to act right now to speak its truth, without a filter, often without considering the aftermath, while the expansive, nurturing energy of Jupiter in Cancer, gently but firmly, asks you to consider the profound emotional impact of your words, to move with grace, with empathy, with a deep understanding of the delicate human heart. It is this crucial balance, this mindful discernment between impulse and compassion, that will ultimately determine how the rest of your beautiful, unfolding story will unfold. So when that message appears, when the long-awaited notification pops up on your screen, and when the person you've held so dearly in your mind and heart all this time finally courageously takes the initiative to connect with you, the very first thing you need to do is not react immediately. Instead, consciously pause. Take a deep, centering breath. Feel it profoundly, deeply, in every cell of your being. That singular, potent moment is far more than a simple act of communication. It is the sacred intersection of your past, your present, and your unfolding future. How you choose to respond, with what energetic intention and awareness, will determine whether this is merely a fleeting spark, a transient moment of connection, or a genuine, foundational turning point that reshapes your path forward. What most people around you won't fully realize in the coming days is that they will feel the subtle energy shift. They will experience a sense of things becoming lighter, conversations flowing with unexpected ease, and more people reaching out to them than usual. But they won't understand why. They will casually attribute it to the pleasant change of seasons, to the natural rhythms of life, and they will reply to messages as if it were any other ordinary day, completely oblivious to the profound, cosmic meaning humming beneath it all. But you are different. You are here, reading these words because on a deeper, more profound level, you felt this coming. You observed the subtle, yet undeniable signs. You diligently navigated the challenging inner work. And so, when the message finally arrives, you won't see it as just another text, another notification. You will see it for what it truly is, a profound confirmation. It isn't just words on a screen. It is the tangible, beautiful manifestation of what you've diligently held in your energetic space, in the sacred chamber of your heart. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, always unfailingly responds to those who pay attention, to those who listen with their souls. And you, my dear, have been paying exquisite attention. What is powerfully opening up now is not merely limited to a single personal connection. It is the magnificent dawn of an entirely new 7-year cycle. As Uranus, the planet of innovation and paradigm shifts, gracefully moves into Gemini and remains there until the year 2033. It heralds and ushers in an entirely new era, where the very fabric of how we communicate and connect will be completely irrevocably transformed. An era where mental alignment becomes more palpable, more deeply felt than physical presence. Where digital communication evolves beyond our current limited imagination, reaching levels of intimacy and nuance previously thought impossible, and where the perceived boundaries between individual minds begin to subtly dissolve, allowing for connection at a far deeper, more expansive, and profoundly telepathic level. You are not merely observing this era, you are bravely, powerfully stepping into it right now. The message you receive in the next few days is not just a casual note. It is the opening line of an entirely new, exhilarating chapter in your life. A chapter where profound clarity finally replaces frustrating ambiguity and direct, heart-centered connection replaces the old exhausting games of manipulation and unspoken expectations. However, it is also important to acknowledge that not everyone is prepared or even willing for this monumental shift. Many will instinctively cling to the old ways, to the comfort of slowness and the illusion of certainty, even if it's stifling. But you are ready for the upgrade. You are ready for the profound clarity, the exhilarating authenticity, and the undeniable electric connection that this potent new energy brings forth. It all begins today, in this very moment. But you must understand one crucial thing. Energetic portals of this magnitude, of this cosmic significance, do not stay open forever, nor do they repeat frequently. The precise conjunction between Venus and Uranus of the final degree of Taurus is a powerful, one-time event. Venus gracefully entering Gemini, swiftly followed by Uranus, is a singular, unrepeatable moment within this intricate time structure. If there is a conversation you have been called to initiate, a truth you need to courageously speak, this is your undeniable window of opportunity, your cosmic invitation. But the key, the absolute essence of harnessing this power, lies in how you choose to act. You must move from a place of profound alignment, from a place of inherent wholeness, not from a place of perceived lack or frantic urgency. If you act because you are riddled with fear of losing this precious opportunity, that lower vibrational energy will cannot yield the results you truly desire. If you respond simply to seek external validation, to fill an inner void, you are still operating from a state of deficiency, of needing. The true potent power of this moment emerges only when you act from a place of profound wholeness. When you speak, because you are truly ready, because your soul demands it. Not because you are afraid of what might be lost by remaining silent. Over the next 48 hours, you will profoundly feel the shift, the undeniable energetic tremor. It might manifest as a sudden, exhilarating sense of lightness, as if an invisible, oppressive pressure has finally, completely been lifted from your shoulders. It might appear as the effortless ease with which people respond to you, an unprecedented flow in communication, or simply the pervasive, exhilarating feeling that the energy field around you has become more vivid, more crystalline, more unequivocally clear. This, my dear, is the sign. Everything has already, irrevocably, begun to move. In the coming hours or days, your phone may, with a joyful burst, light up with that notification you've been patiently, perhaps even agonizingly, waiting for far too long. You might finally step into that pivotal conversation you've played out hundreds of times in the theater of your mind, every scenario meticulously rehearsed. The person you've held so tenderly in your heart, the one whose presence you can't logically explain, but who matters so deeply, so profoundly to your very being, is finally going to reach out to you, bridging the gap that once seemed impassable. When that sacred moment occurs, the most important thing is not what precise words you utter immediately, but that you profoundly believe in it. Do not, under any circumstances, rush into doubt. Do not convince yourself that you're simply imagining things, that you're delusional. You are not. You are actively experiencing the magnificent harvest of a profound, meticulous process you've been diligently building in the silence, in the sacred solitude of your inner world. The more you trust your profound intuition, the more you expand your immense capacity to fully, completely receive what is now so powerfully arriving into your reality. Right now, as we speak, a cosmic communication network, an intricate web of divine connection, is being powerfully activated. Venus is crossing its threshold, ushering in new paradigms of love and connection. And Uranus is fundamentally restructuring the very fabric of your reality. And you are not just a passive bystander. You are precisely where you need to be, perfectly positioned, perfectly aligned. The ultimate, liberating truth you need to hear to fully integrate into your being is that today isn't just an ordinary day, a fleeting moment on the calendar, or a transient astrological shift. It is your official, divine permission slip. It is your unequivocal cosmic authorization to finally, truly receive what you've been so powerfully calling in for so long. The message you've meticulously visualized is now unequivocally on its way. The conversation you so carefully scripted in your mind is about to profoundly happen. The deep, authentic connection you've held sacred space for is beginning to take undeniable, beautiful shape. But the true, ultimate gift of this moment isn't just the content of the message itself, however longed for. It is the undeniable confirmation that you have, through your unwavering commitment and your profound inner work, become the magnificent version of yourself that is unequivocally ready for it. You've diligently done the work. You've bravely healed the wounded parts of your soul, courageously raised your standards to reflect your true worth, and meticulously rebuilt your inner value from the ground up. Now, the universe, in its boundless wisdom, is simply mirroring that undeniable truth back to you, a perfect reflection of your own radiance. So when your screen brightly lights up, when that familiar resonant name appears, and when they finally bravely take the initiative to connect, receive it not with surprise, but with the profound, settled knowing that this isn't random luck or mere coincidence. This, my dear, is the unyielding, magnificent law of the universe in perfect action. You asked, you aligned, and now you are powerfully, beautifully receiving. You are now entering a completely new era of connection, one that is clearer, more direct, more profoundly authentic, and infinitely more resonant with your true self. Welcome to the electrifying energy of Venus in Gemini. Welcome to the magnificent manifestation you've been patiently, powerfully waiting for. It is no longer ahead of you, a distant beacon. It is right here, right now, fully present. If you are still reading, still absorbing these words, consider it a clear, undeniable sign that you are in total, profound alignment with this powerful message. If this resonates with the deepest parts of your soul, feel free to continue this magnificent journey by staying tuned, by sharing your unique experience with others, and by courageously allowing yourself to open up even more fully to what incredible wonders are coming next.